couple weeks ago, I asked for advice on how to work with this poly satin that I'm using to make my maid of honor dress for my sister's wedding. So I want to take a second to talk about the things that I've done to work with this satin material that are different than how I work with anything else. Essentially just share with you what is working well for me so that I can pass it on. Starting with ironing, which is what I initially asked about. Essentially the feedback I got was don't be super afraid of using a higher heat, especially if you're using a cotton pressing cloth, which I have been doing when I'm working on the shiny side. When I'm pressing the non-shiny side, I haven't been using a pressing cloth, but either way, I've just gone up on the heat, and I love the person who said, basically because it's a polyester blend, you just have to beat it into submission and it will eventually do what you want it to do. Very, very true. The other critical note that I got is really make sure that the stitch length and tension are dialed in, because before I did not quite have it figured out, and so I was trying to press something that wasn't actually even in terms of the stitches. So I'm on a Singer heavy duty machine, and what has worked best for me is turning both the tension and the stitch length all the way down to 1.5. That has given me the most clean seam lines with very minimal puckering. I also have been using a stretch needle, which I understand is not the most ideal needle to use for satin. There is a finer needle that is recommended. I already had a stretch needle and I didn't have this other needle, so I just thought I'd try it, and it has been working just fine. And yeah, all in all, this material is really different than what I usually work with, which is like cottons and linens, but it's been a really fun challenge to make this fancy dress. I will definitely share more about the dress when it's done, and I am recording the whole process for a YouTube video that'll be coming out in a few weeks. Anyway, if you are working with satin, I hope these tips are helpful. Good luck.